Okay, so we got triple magics. My poor aquatic is useless. Oh, I have a flyer too. This is not good. Start with scaly. Almost certainly go for one of these first, so I could just try to dodge it. Um, yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay. Unfortunately, he still has another one that hits even harder later on. Man, this thing has a 357 speed breed. I need to try that out. He also has a cleanup. That looks like a good pet. Low HP on a magic pet. Let's send the Whirling Talons. His team doesn't have a lot of health. It's gonna hit hard. Do I have my flying ratio still? Oh, I missed. That's lucky. That could have been my flying ratio right there if he high rolled. Alright, let's go for a maul. Let's see. Hopefully he has Shadow Shock. Okay, he has strong damage. I have to swap here. Probably in my best interest to bring in my aquatic. He is bleeding, so we can kill him here. He's going to go for a cooldown here, so I could try to dive it. It'll probably be like a soul rush. That's what I'm expecting. Let me see if I can bait a cooldown. Yeah, so we got soul rush on cooldown now. He ran away. I think it was still winnable for him, but he did have really bad luck missing his cleanup versus my flyer. Either play the MPD or the TMD. Let's see here. I feel like this team will do fine. TMD is going to be really good versus him. I feel like it might actually be better than the MPD, depending on what else I have on my team, because Murgleton's still faster than MPD, so you kind of waste all your stats on speed just to still be slower. Plus, the dot is really nice since he's liable to use his cooldowns and swap. Alright, so we got a troll team here. I'm assuming he'll start... Well, he could start with whatever, so I'll start with my... I'll start with my flyer, and if he starts with something else, I could swap him out. He's probably going to blind me here, so we'll go for a dot in case he doesn't. There's a blind. Okay. As far as matchups go, I probably want the flyer versus... I don't know, my flyer's pretty useless here. I obviously want my mechanical versus his magic, and I don't want the bone serpent versus... I'm going to bring in the TMD because I want to try to take weak damage from his attack here. Hopefully bait a dust cloud, and then I can swap into the... He's going to go for the dodge, so I'm just going to go for time bomb. Well, now I wish I went for flame breath. Okay, I want this guy versus the magic pet, so I think I should save him. Who do I eat the Call Darkness on? Let me go for decoy in case for some reason he goes for shadow meld. That would be huge if I could block it. Might have glop, but it's likely he's running shadow meld, and he goes for the one shot. Interesting. He probably doesn't have a way to break decoy, so I'll go for a dot here. Probably has flash. All right, so his flyer will die, or his critter will die. I could take a swap here into my flyer. Probably is, I think, the best bet. Let me do that. All right, 136 actually just barely doesn't kill him. Maybe I just send the wing buffet, because what he's going to do here is bring in his flyer and blind me, so I'm not going to be able to land a wing buffet on him anytime soon, regardless. So we'll just kill him so he doesn't hit me with flash. Oh, and it also swaps in his magic pet, which is not what he wants. He wants to bring in his teardrop, so that was kind of a bonus. I'm going to stay in for now and dot him up, because my flyer is slower than his, so it's not really worth trying to save my flying racial IMO. If I'm going to choose somebody to eat the Call Darkness on, I think it's got to be my Skyfin. Bone Serpent's OP versus blind pets, because he can still hit through the blind with Bone Barrage. And then my MPD is a double counter to this guy, so my TMD, actually, or did I call him the MPD? My mechanical is going to be a fantastic counter for these two pets, because all he has left right now to attack me with is weak damage. He only has magic attacks on his team. He can dodge a lot with that Teardrop Moth, but he doesn't have a decoy breaker. Unless I miss a lot, I should be in the clear at this point. And then he's going to die, so I guess I may as well go for Time Bomb. No real point in going for Flame Breath. It's not like he's going to swap out while he's about to die with dots. He'll die whether I attack him or not, so that's probably not going to land, but it can at least kind of force him to use his cooldowns at a certain time. So I think he's probably going to blind me. So I'll just go for Flame Breath. And he missed his blind. Lol. GG. He might attack me here. Or just run away, yeah. Missing that blind was just the nail in the coffin. It was over at that point. Annoying team, though. I feel like the Alpine Foxling's a good pick versus that team, and also versus the Triple Magic team from before. Because the Alpine Foxling will be faster than his flyer, even with a racial. Alpine Foxling. I like this team a lot. Mechanical takes weak damage from all that magic damage. Arphis is kind of a mid choice versus the critter. But Zoomies is OP and it hits critters really hard, so I guess the choice is, do I play? It's kind of like three teams I'm trying to decide between. I'm deciding either the version with build turret, the version with missile, which I like better. Kind of. Then the other one is I could try the TMD again, because I would like the TMD versus the triple magics. Kind of deciding between one of these, one or the other of these. I did just play the TMD, but I think it's a good choice to play him. I'm going to play this team. I think either's a good choice, but I think the TMD's a really good choice with that triple magic team queuing, in case I get him again. The other team will probably do fine, but yeah, the TMD is a double counter. Takes weak damage from magic attacks, and that dot hits magic pets really hard. Interesting. So we got an SS Terracnid Stalker. Let me see here. I kind of want to start with Coppers. He's going to start with the Terracnid Stalker. This is not the one that has a sticky web. Okay. Let me set up my immolation and see what he does. Probably brittle webbing. He has poison spit. Okay. Not sure what he's going for here, but it's probably brittle webbing and then devour the weak. I'm gonna bring in my mechanical because I feel like he is not as useful versus the critter and the undead as the Alpine Foxling. He does have a decoy breaker, but he's probably going to use it right now. I'm going to predict he uses his Devour the Weak now. He's smart. He's saving his Devour the Weak to break my decoy. Unfortunate, but I might still be able to win this. Actually, what if I just swapped right now? That might not be a terrible option. I could save this guy for later. Yeah, I'm going to do that because he's going to use Devour the Weak, which will break my decoy instantly. Slope Dazzling Dance. He has a beast racial, so that dot might kill me on the back line. I want to crit. I might have lived if it didn't crit me. It's okay, I still have my mechanical racial, but at this point all I can really use my my TMD for is to maybe soak like a Call Darkness. And this guy has sticky web, so it's going to be tough. So he'll probably go for sticky web first. And go for, That's still going to one-shot me, isn't it? I don't think it's worth going for crouch. I think I just need to go for flurries and trade here. It's my only option. So I'm webbed now. Maybe he goes for Call Darkness. Yeah, I think he will, because if he goes for Roar of the Dead, it'll get soaked by the dot. So he had to send the Call Darkness instantly. Go for a flurry here. Really need a triple. Okay, good job. Missed. May as well refresh my Dazzling Dance. Oh, he missed twice. Yeah, kind of an RNG win. Might have been able to win if it wasn't for him missing, but the fact that I got the triple was huge. Puts me very far ahead. So Coppers is... Oh, I missed there. That's unfortunate. Coppers is faster than the critter, but I'm on a timer. I have to kill him before my Dazzling Dance wears off or I'm in trouble. He's running cute as a button. Okay, just have to land this and it's GG. Dodged. Okay, I guess I may as well throw up Immolation because I can't hit him. But should be GG. So far, Alpine Foxling is like one of the best pets I could pick versus the 3 teams that I've queued into, so I'll just play that other team. the Alpine Foxling. But with the, I'm going to run the Missile variant because I think Missile is slightly better than running Batter, even though I have Dazzling Dance. Because it gives you a little more flexibility. So I think versus these three teams, this is a good pick. Might actually do a little better if I get a rematch versus the same player as before. Uh-oh. Okay, we got a rematch, but he upgraded his team a bit. He has the Rusty Root Fell Snooter. So it's Zoomies Pet versus Zoomies Pet. Let's start with... I don't know. Do I start with Arphis or Alpine Foxling? I think Arphis is good. Let's send the Ice Tomb. He's going to have a speed buff, and then he's going to bring in his critter to dodge, which is fine. I'm not that worried about the critter. I just want him to not be using these two pets so I can set up my Dazzling Dance and my Zoomies and stuff. May as well hit him because I know he's obviously about to go for the dodge, right? Okay. So I got 364 speed. I'm actually faster than his Fell Snooter. Okay. I could bring in Mr. Delver and go for turret, or I could throw up Dazzling Dance. I think the better option is throw up Dazzling Dance. That's going to give his team a lot of trouble. Because he has a lot of speed on his team. But Dazzling Dance will outspeed him. Okay, he's bringing in the Fell Snooter. And this is exactly why, or one of the many reasons why I like having... I like having Missile, is because once he goes for another Zoomies, because it's bugged, he's going to be faster than me, even with Dazzling Dance, and permanently. So he has 479 speed for the rest of the game. Having Missile is just going to be more damage than Batter. So let's go for a build turret. He's going to go for a dot on me, which I don't want, so let's go ahead and swap him. Mr. Delver versus these two beasts is a really good matchup. I don't know about that swap. But realistically, I don't know what he can do to win. He should just not be playing two beasts. It's bad team design. Very win tradey, because if I have a mechanical and you're playing two beasts, you're pretty much just instantly screwed. We'll just go for another build turret. He's going to go for a heal at some point. He's definitely going to be faster than me, but unfortunately for him, I am running Missile. So I don't have to worry about doing less damage. He'll do a lot of damage with his beast racial, but I still have my mechanical racial, so I'm in the clear. That is a really strong pet, though. I mean, 604 speed permanently. And it's hard to say if that's even the most OP thing about Zoomies. Arguably, what's even more overpowered about that ability is the fact that it behaves like Bone Barrage, where it ignores hit modifiers. So if you get blinding poisoned, it'll still have a chance for the second, third, and fourth, and fifth hit to land. that isn't affected by blinds. And same with like Darkness and Sandstorm. But yeah, really strong ability. They definitely need to fix it at some point. Okay. Well, let's play for one more win. I'll probably pick a humanoid of some sort because I just played the Alpine Foxling 2 games in a row. That would be what I would pick to counter the Foxling. Let me try. I have a team that I think will do well versus humanoids. Although it's risky, so it's going to be under 2 of a kind. If he plays a humanoid, this team would do great. But if he plays double beasts again, I have a critter and 2 darkness pets. I don't know. That might be a bad choice. It's a risky choice. I think what I'll do is I'll try this team if I queue into humanoids, and then for now, I'll just assume I queue into double beasts again, and I'll play some mechanical. The other thing he might do is he might play rock paper scissors and go, okay, I played double beasts and you played a mechanical. I know you're going to play another mechanical, and I'm just going to queue like a living sandling or some obnoxious elemental pet. So having aquatic damage is actually the best bet here. How would this team do? We got Snarly. He is a really good aquatic, but I don't know if he can take out like a living sandling. I don't know what he would play, but you know what I mean. Like that's probably like Nightshade Sproutling or Living Sandling are like the 2 best elementals. Maybe Gurgle. No, he's running Punch in that build. Okay, so we could play Mr. Delver in case we queue double beasts. We can play Snarly in case he plays an elemental. Am I worried about humanoids? Yeah, this team's pretty screwed if I queue into an idol. Feels like it's kind of similar to a team I played earlier. Oh well, I'll play it. It's a fun team. Probably. I'll probably play it. Yeah, Q popped, I'll just take it. We'll see how it does. It's a little risky playing Snarly into like triple magics, but all right. Oh man, he's really trying to win the speed battle. Okay. Um well, let's start with the Fell Afflicted Skyfin. He has the flying racial, so right now I'm winning the speed fight. He's going to go for Sticky Surge immediately. At which point he will be faster than me. If I swap him, it brings in the lowest health pet, which is his critter. Alright, well, I don't want to be slowed. So I think I'll just send the Wing Buffet. Could have juked it, because that was fairly readable. I mean, my best bet, unless I'm playing mind games, is to send the Wing Buffet. I guess I could have went for Fell Immolate, predicting the swap. Or predicting the juke. Okay. He's just going to swap his magic pet back in. He's going to die to dots, but he'll get his Sticky Surge off. Let me go for another Felt Immolate. Oh, he has Absorb. Interesting. Well, he needs to go for the Sticky Surge now, or else I'll kill him with Felt Immolate. I was greedy for him to go for Absorb. I think he was predicting I would swap to Mr. Delver, because I was thinking about it. Maybe he knows he doesn't... I guess he knows he doesn't really need Sticky Surge, so he just went for damage. But I don't know. I don't. That's the big thing I don't like about Petal, is you have to choose between like a rather. Okay, well, cool. Free win. We'll play a bonus game because he just forfeited. You have to choose between Ooze Touch, which is kind of a very middle of the road basic attack, and especially for a magic pet, it's not that exciting having just like a basic, no variable magic attack. So if you queue into like say MPD or TMD, you're just double countered by those pets, and you have no real damage variety because if you run Absorb, that's not a real basic attack. You just kind of do 0 damage, and then you aren't that tanky, so it's really not worth it. I think Ooze Touch is the better choice. But yeah, I wish instead of Absorb, they had a more exciting ability, like uh, maybe some sort of elemental attack, or even what else could be cool? Maybe just a basic undead attack like Skull Toss or something. I don't know. Also, I'm not the other thing that I don't love about Petal is you have to pick a heal of some sort, which means if you're queuing into like darkness pets, he's not viable. And he's a really cool pet because he's the right now he's the only pet with this ability, Sticky Surge, and it's a really unique ability. It's a decoy breaker. It removes turrets. It removes cyclone. It sets off traps. It's basically temporal anomaly on a 5-round cooldown. Um, and I love Dazzling Dance and Temporal Anomaly. I think that they're really cool abilities. Way more interesting than like Powerball or the current iteration of Zoomies. But there's only one pet with him, and I queue into, especially late at night, I queue into nothing but darkness and sunlight teams. I don't want to play a healing team into a sunlight team, and I definitely don't want to play a healing team into a darkness team. So I guess there's a time and a place where he's interesting. I just wish that he had a different ability and instead of maybe healing wrap, so that you don't have to run a healing build. You could run like Ooze Touch. Um, Trying to think what would be a cool ability for him here. Obviously not an item. Although if he had like say um, Snap Trap, that would be a pretty cool combo. He could set up his own trap and then set it off with Sticky Surge. What would be good versus Darkness pets? Maybe Bubble. I mean, Bubble is really a big problem for a lot of Darkness pets. So if he had like Bubble here instead of Healing Wrap, I would like him a lot better, I think. But I'm definitely looking forward to trying out more pets that have more pets that have. Oh damn, that was a hot queue. I wonder if it's the same guy, if he's just been sitting in queue for 5 minutes waiting for me. I was kind of hoping to queue into somebody else, not because I'm scared of this guy, but because of like oh, fun. Triple idol triple Karajis. I mean they're all the wrong breed, but I'm still probably screwed. Is it worth trying? His fastest one's 273. If he had SS's, there's no shot, but maybe because he has the wrong breeds, I can at least play it out and see if he throws. This is basically an idol, 1725 HP. It's an idol, but he doesn't have deflection, which is a large part of why idols are so OP. Because like right now, if I'm fighting an idol and I blind him and he has deflection, obviously I can't just go for my Call Darkness because he's just going to deflection it. So I can't really get any value out of blinding poison. Ooh, nice crit. That was pretty good, actually. All right, who do I eat the sandstorm on? Can't be my aquatic. I don't want it to be my nightshade sproutling. Maybe it has to be, though. I think it has to be. I mean, it's not worth swapping into Mr. Delver while Sandstorm is not out when I could go for some big damage. So let's bring in the let's bring in the Snapdragon. He's probably going to go for Sandstorm, right? So we'll go for a dive. Dodge that Sandstorm, and then I can change the weather on him. That's what you get for playing Sandstorm, man. You shouldn't be playing triple Sandstorm. Sometimes you're going to miss your stun, and it's going to cost you the game. I mean, I could still lose. I could still miss. I'm due for one. Don't really want to eat that Sandstorm on my aquatic. I guess I have to eat it on Mr. Delver. That feels bad, but I mean, it does more damage to my Snapdragon, so. Do I go for the swap? Yeah, if I swap them, it'll bring in the one that doesn't have cooldowns, which is good. Maybe I just stay in on Mr. Delver. I don't know. I could also just bring in the Nightshade Sproutling. I guess don't want to do too much swapping. At the end of the day, this whole game kind of boils down to RNG because he's going to have 10% mischance for like the entire game. So I'll probably go for build turret at some point. But it's whenever I can try to start changing the weather on him. Maybe it's not even worth it. Let me go for a missile. If I don't get a build turret out, I don't think it's the end of the world. But now is probably the best time to go for that build turret. Alright. Gonna play it risky, bring in my Snapdragon, go for the Call Lightning. Thank goodness I didn't miss, or else it's definitely GG. Might be in a winnable position now, especially if I can dive another Sandstorm. Which I probably will, because I have turrets out, which means he wants to change that weather now, not later. If he tries to play mind games and go for like a basic attack right now, he's taking a big turret to the face. Oh, I missed my dive. That's unlucky. Alright, let's bring in Nightshade Sproutling. Could blind him. Do I want to blind him first, or do I want to call darkness first? I'm going to go for call darkness first. If he crit there, I'd be in big trouble. But this is looking like I should win as long as my Snapdragon doesn't miss. Actually, maybe I just bring him in here. Just use my my Nightshade to clean up. I don't think it really makes a huge difference. I'm going to bring in the aquatic, though. That feels like the right move. I want to be able to clean up with my Sproutling since he can't miss. So he probably goes for Sandstorm here. Can't quite kill him with Call Lightning, so let's go for a dive and hopefully not miss this time. That'd be lit. Uh-oh. If he crits me with Sandstorm, I get one shot. But I can change the weather if he doesn't. Oh, he missed. Alright. Don't feel bad for him at all. Very toxic team. I missed a lightning and a dive, but he also missed two or three really important attacks, so might still lose, actually. If I miss one more time. No, I think I'm in the clear. Because my elemental can't miss, and I still have Darkness and blinding poison. Completely unwinnable game if he just had 3 SSs, but I can beat it, just not with this team. Do I just go for... Yeah, let's just go for the water jet. If he kills me with sandstorm, I kill him with darkness. That's why I wanted to save the elemental for the end, is he can't miss, so I don't have to stress out at the end. Thank goodness this guy doesn't have Battle Pet BreedID. I'm guessing he probably doesn't have Derangement's pet battle cooldowns either, because he wasn't doing any swapping. The best way to play a team like that, or the strongest way, is to like use your OP cooldown, swap, and do that over and over and over again, and just take advantage of how much overtune damage Sandstorm has. But I don't think he was aware of which pets had their cooldowns back, because he wasn't really doing any swapping. He was just kind of staying in. Yeah, I'm gonna call it for there. Take a little break, because that's not a fun team to queue into. Could easily beat it. Because he has the wrong breed of the Karages, I could maybe try... Michael Leo wanted me to try out, he wanted me to try out Stoneclaw versus Idols. It looks like a really fun pet to troll Idols with, because it's faster, just barely, than that 244 speed. Takes weak damage from crushes. It has a basic attack that doesn't get mitigated by Sandstorm the way like multi-hit attacks do with Strike. And then he has a dodge, 4-round cooldown, so you can dodge a lot of Sandstorms. And then you could just heal like crazy with Stone Form, which isn't like a very fun ability in PvP, but like if you're fighting idols, you're not going to be having fun regardless. So if you want to troll them and make them quit queuing, I think that could work. I don't know if this is a good pick though versus the triple Karaji team, because even though they're the wrong breed, they are still going to be faster than me, so they can still stun me. And I think part of why Stoneclaw's so good versus Idols is the fact that he is just barely faster. So I don't know if that team could beat him. I mean, I know this team would have no problem beating him eventually. This team would probably beat him. Triple Darkness might actually beat him. Maybe if I can get him again, I can try, like, I have a Triple Darkness team I wanted to test out versus a Toxic team like that. It was this team, which I've tried before, but I tried the Cyclone version. If I play Triple Darkness, so Nightshade Sproutlink's pretty good since he has the wrong breed of the Karaji. Sable is faster than all 3 of his Karaji since they're not SS. And if he doesn't have Clobber, I can, like, I think easily one-shot each of them. It's not like a perfect counter, but yeah, Darkness is generally a good way to deal with Sandstorm. Oh, that other team that I was looking at maybe could be a decent option. Let me think about that. So it's 2 of a kind. Not my team, but I've queued into it, and it does well versus me sometimes. So Bone Serpent's going to be faster than all 3 of his. Roggy can't be stunned, and I can change the weather. Or trade Sandstorms for Sandstorms, and then Itchbite has the one-shot. I can't remember how fast his Karajis were. I think he had an HH, like a HB or something, and a power. So at least 2 of them are going to be 260 speed, which we can look. Karaji. Assuming it was HB, it would be like 273. So that would be an awkward speed tie with Itchbite. This team might be able to beat him, but it's not like a great counter. Realistically, you just want like probably Trembler would troll him pretty well. If he has the SS, the Curse Dune Watcher's annoying because he's faster. And then the Cobalt Ram takes weak damage from crushes. He can Prismatic Barrier, Sandstorms, maybe RNG, Headbutt, Stun, and then AoE heal. So this team might beat him. This team would probably beat him. Gleamhoof Fawn is really good versus Karaji's because he can't be stunned. He can tank Sandstorms with Nature's Ward. And then since I have the right breed of the Karaji, I should be advantaged to win, I think. Maybe Sunglow Cobra, Gleamhoof Fawn, and then some sort of elemental is a good option versus him. And then my favorite elemental typically for countering Sandstorm pets is Autumnal Sproutling, for the same reason as the Gleamhoof Fawn, so I could just go for Nature's Ward. The only thing I have to worry about is he's not immune to stuns the way the Gleamhoof Fawn is, but yeah, I feel like this would be a pretty good team versus him. It's just not a very fun team to play. So, yeah, I'm going to take a break for a little bit, come back later, hopefully not queue into triple Karaji Guardlings, because that is boring. But if I do, I'll be thinking about what I can do to try to get him to stop queuing with that team. I'm sure there's something else better that I haven't thought of. Oh, Murgleton. Yeah, Murgleton's a pretty good one. I think maybe Triple Darkness is probably my best bet, or one of the most efficient ways at least to counter that kind of team. MPD is a pretty good option because he has the wrong breeds of the Karaji, so I'll be able to decoy his Sandstorms a lot and outspeed his stun. So yeah, maybe the MPD instead of the Autumnal Sproutling, since I think being faster is a little bit more important. Yeah, this might be let's do anti-Karaji 2. And this team, well, this is because he has the wrong breed. I don't think this is a great team if I queue into like 3SS Karajis, so let's put wrong breeds, I guess. I think the most efficient way to beat him is probably a team like Murgleton, Nightshade Sproutling, and Bone Serpent. But then the problem with this is if he has the right breed of the Karajis, he'll be faster than these two pets. So maybe... Do I have any other teams with Murgleton? What critters have darkness? Maybe the Phosphor Rat. Don't really play that pet very much. Maybe Triple Darkness isn't a good option versus him. I don't like Trembler, to be honest, in PvP, but versus that team, that's I think a decent time to play him. Because like Triple Karaji's extremely toxic. So maybe Tremblor with the Gleamhoof Fawn. I feel like those two alone would pretty much 2v3 his team. Because he'll never kill either of them. So Tremblor, Gleamhoof Fawn. Gleamhoof Fawn doesn't care about being slower because he's a critter. Tremblor has enough health to just basically ignore the stun, just fall behind by a turn, and then throw up Nature's Ward. Yeah, I think this is a good. This is a good. This is a better option. Anti, triple, Kiraji, 3. So yeah, with this team, I have strong damage versus humanoids. I'm faster than the SS. I have Tremblor, whose healing doesn't get affected by darkness, and who can tank several sandstorms with Nature's Ward, and then fight back with, you know, big damage in just 3 hits. I have the Gleamhoof Fawn, who doesn't care about getting stunned and who can heal these pets up, and I think I can kind of rotate these 3. Probably starting with Murgleton, then bringing in Tremblor, and then Gleamhoof Fawn just go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just kind of utilizing my cooldowns on my Nature's Ward to soak the sandstorms and to eventually land a kill. And once one of them's dead, then the other 2 would be easier to kill. I mean, this is a very toxic team too, but like specifically for fighting triple Kirajis, I feel like it's pretty well designed. So I'm going to go ahead. Might have a problem. $875 teams. I might need to go get a life. But anyways, hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'll see you on the next one.